You ever get anxiety this time of year as we get close to Olympia, like thinking back, like...
I don't get anxiety, I get...
Dude, it was 10 years ago I lost the title, you know.
I get nostalgia, I guess. I mean, I remember coming here like the week before and just, you know...
I know, but is it exciting, like, thinking about the Olympia now or not?
This year? I mean, I still like it. I mean, I still like to go watch, you know, the Olympia and the Arnold, but I'm not invested anymore as much as I used to be, of course.
Yeah, but you're shooting the channel, so...
I know that. And I'm excited. You know, when I shoot people that I know, like Stan and Roden and, you know, the people that I know, that gets me, of course, more excited, you know, especially since the train at Golds, and I feel like I'm a part of it a little bit, but I mean, it's exciting to see them leading up to the show. I'm just not invested on a personal level like I was with you, you know, that's for sure. I mean, when you won, I took it very, you know, it was great, and when you lost, I took it really hard, and it was, I think, more than you sometimes. You joked about that, you're like, I think it was more.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy is people ask me if I miss it, and I honestly don't really miss it that much, and I don't know if that's bad.
Why?
Should I miss it?
Why don't you miss it?
Because, you know, the preps were always tough for me.
I know.
The hardest part for me, I think, was like, you know, cutting business out and staying home and then like not being bored, because I think the bodybuilding lifestyle is fucking like just repetitive, you know?
I know.
And I think as we get older, like it's cool when you're 20s, like in your 20s, but when you're actually like a grown man, like, and you have fucking real business, like it's so fucking hard to cut that out. Like 4 months of training, and you know, I was in the gym like several times a day, and I mean, you remember even for the comeback when it was like I wasn't crazy deep because I had sat out already and actually figured out what real life was, and
yeah.
You know, my life had changed drastically. You know, I mean, you know, went through the divorce and all that shit, so I was trying to kind of recreate myself, but at the same time, like, dude, I put so much effort in every day, you know?
I know, but speaking of the comeback, I wish we had thought about that before the last year, because I thought it was a huge success. I mean, you remember we would post videos every day, if not videos, you know, pictures from the gym, and I remember you telling me that at the beginning of the prep, it was really hard for you to get back into that mode, but towards the end, like, it clicked. Like the 5, 6, 7
if I had another year
yeah.
to do it, I mean, I just wish that, you know, remember I kind of built it up and it was like, okay, we're putting business on hold for these 4 months, and then I have to get fucking grinding again, you know?
Yeah.
So
I think you should have started a little bit earlier to get into that mode, because towards the end you were there. You were telling me, ooh, I'm really feeling it now, you know. So I think if you had just a little bit more time, I think you would have it would have been better for you. You enjoyed it again. At first it was kind of hard. It was kind of like a grind. I remember you telling that, and I kind of felt bad. You told me that. I was like, fuck, man, how can you not love it anymore? You know, for me it was great because the first time I actually saw it up close. Before I would just come for the last week, so you were ready already. But to actually document the last 8 weeks I was here, you know, 3 days a week at least, 3.5 days a week, half the week with you, half the week in Cali, and documenting everything. It was so good for me to see that. It was kind of like, I always tell people, it was kind of like going to the University of Mr. Olympia to see what someone has to go through and printing.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell.
I don't know.
I mean, you love this shit.
I love it. Yeah.
I mean, I had to eat so much food, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know.
I never found that fucking right rhythm, I don't think, you know, because I always was like, okay, trying different shit, but I had to eat so much damn food to maintain my weight.
That pound of fish at night, oh.
Like right now, it's like, it's 7 weeks, right? It'd be 7 weeks.
Yeah, 7
tomorrow.
weeks. Yeah.
So, like, these guys are fucking all on that low fucking calorie, like, deficit. And, you know, at 6 weeks out, you should have glutes, you know?
Yeah.
For Olympia stage, you have to have, like, your shit needs to be coming through, you know? So, these guys got another week to really put it together before it really starts separating the big boys, you know?
Well, I remember you actually started the prep in 2013 on your own, and you were in such a good shape and so ready, you know, so many weeks ahead. That's when you called Chris and you said, you need to guide me to the end because I'm going to decimate to nothing. Yeah. So you actually gained weight into your prep, you know, because you were in such good condition already. I remember that. And that's when you guys started working together again.
Yeah, I still wasn't big. That's that picture right there.
Yeah.
That's the last Olympia right there.
Yeah.
I still want to get that sign from the guys.
Who was that who gave you this?
The guy from Australia, Charles,
Oh,
that photographer.
nice.
But I wonder if I could get that signed. I just don't want to take it out of the frame. How bad is that?
I know. That's a great shot.
I mean, you look around the room, you see all this stuff, and it's like, I mean, it's just kind of like my sanctuary, right? I have all my shit in here, but like everything here, even the losses meant something, you know?
I know.
I mean, you were here for all this shit.
I know.
I mean, it's pretty amazing, right? I mean,
I remember every Olympia you lost, and we were going to Alex Ardenti to do the pictures for Sheiks every time. It was always the routine. We'd go see his studio, and you do a routine for Sheik, and then we'd be like, that's okay, next year we're going to get him. You and I think and Carrie probably were the only people who really believe you're going to win the title one year. Everybody was like, he's fucking crazy, he'll never be Bowman, that's not going to happen. But you knew all along. So
someone was talking about, I saw Chris Getton the other day, who actually gave me this.
That slide.
That slide.
That's
right
cool,
there.
yeah. He came in with Max Lewis, remember?
But he told me, he's like, I lived at Max Muscle, you know? In Venice.
And he's doing good. Him, Matt, and I had so many people living there.
Did he live there?
Who, Matt?
No, did Chris Getton?
No, he didn't actually, but he was spending all his time
there.
Yeah. You know? He would come there to get the news. That was the hub, you know?
Yeah.
That's how he was writing his stories for Flex.
There's a lot of stories that could be told on this, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So, well.
A lot of years.
Yeah.